the Donathon continues. It's Atow's run. He started it off with a win over Tempo, decided to go double. Beat Dr. Known as well, decided to go double. And now he's got Joyo. If he wins one more time and wants to keep going, it'll be best of sevens. And we will remove what Chaz decided is the C tier players. Another line will remove even more players, leaving only the top for the $32 million run. Let's get into the best of 5. Atow versus Joyo. Starts now. Chat, here we go. It's Atow versus Joyo. It's good lucks from both of them. And it's Joyo looking to keep his win streak going in show matches. He told me that his first ever show match win happened during a stream that he continued to play after his Joyo Nush loss. So maybe the very first Donathon stream. We got him a couple more matches during that day. And then he did end up getting his win. I believe it was against Abdullah of Mina. Now he's got Atow, a much tougher opponent than Abdullah. But certainly not completely unbeatable if Joyo were to fully lock in. Joyo pushed his way up to top 20 or so in the leaderboard, so he's definitely showed that he's once ready. He's mentioned himself that show matches are just different. That he's played against people in ranked and played against them in show matches, and the show matches are just different than how ranked gets played, which is why I think he wanted to grind so many out last time around. After the first loss, wanted to get a few more under his belt, and now maybe has a feel for how you play a series over the course of a long time, not just each individual game. And when people are a little bit more locked in, if you have strategies that get you a win here and there, your opponent will recognize if you aren't consistent. Joyo has a reset. His aerial game was never weak in his 1v1s. It's all about being safe with that aerial game. And right now, I would say it looked like he took what was a fairly safe option to wave dash so far away, but he got aggressive on the side wall. And now it's a 2-1 lead for Atow. Joyo air dribble bump off of Atow, not going to the kickoff. Joyo in and out to bring this to the back corner. He's got to be scared that he could become a victim of a demo, but he knew that. And he evades it. And now shows off the power on a flick. But a flick that very likely ends with him not having possession, something that he needs to be careful to hold on to as much as humanly possible. Atow, power shot, top shelf. Joyo cannot keep it out. And Atow makes it 3-1. Joyo kickoff heavily in his favor. Going for multiple resets. Pogo shots. Turns an otherwise unsuccessful air dribble into a decent play. Pre-flip, not good enough. Atow clears it out and puts it into the corner. Now, reset, wave dash. Joyo got a touch and got back enough for Atow to feel like he didn't have the follow-up. Now Joyo on the canceled musty to get back to the ball. And another backflip that pops it over the top of him. One thing that Atow will definitely have is, not the best read on how Joyo likes to play, because Joyo doesn't play it exactly the same as a lot of other top 1v winners. So just because he's used to seeing aerial attacks one way or the other doesn't mean that's what Joyo's going to do. It's definitely a very unique back end of his car touch there by Joyo. As he makes another save. Flipping behind the ball. He got bumped by Atow, so he'll probably have to back off. Will he back off fully, or will he try and turn and challenge early? He does go back to the net and is able to pick up his own back corner boost. Joyo flick. Denied. Long shot is coming, but Joyo will be there. And he's actually even able to pick up his own back corner boost, so Atow has to back off. 50, bit wide. Switches the field. As Joyo collects the 100, Atow backing off. Joyo launching the ball forward on a musty setup. And another one! Oh my goodness, Joyo! Like I said, nobody does it like him, and nobody is starting their air dribbles what I like to call freestyler style. Nobody starts their air dribbles with musties forward except for freestylers who are just looking for clips. But as I'm sure many of you guys have heard, Joyo started off in his early days of Rocket League as a freestyler, and it seems like some habits never die. Atow to the back wall. Gets Joyo to miss. We'll bump him and retake the lead. A lack of skilly. Maybe that 9 months prime. Could you quickly explain how this whole tournament works? Sure. I can absolutely do that. This is the double or nothing a-thon / contest. The contest kind of runs during the a-thon, which is streaming live every day from 10 to 3. That little timer on the side. We will end when we run out of money for prize pool or when that timer hits 0. But what is the actual matches? It is an opportunity for a lot of top European pros to get a huge amount of prize. After each show match, they get to choose whether or not to double up their money and play a random opponent. Nice brieflet from Atow, but actually a bit wide. Or decide to stop and just cash out what they've won so far. As of right now, the first match is played with $62 as the prize. Atow is the one currently running. He won his first match against Tempo, decided to go double for 125, and beat Dr. Known in his second match, and he decided to go double again for 250. So now he's playing for $250, which I'm not sure if the overlay says that or not. I realized I cannot time out. Yeah, it says the wrong thing. 1 second. Sorry. I know you guys are getting scammed, and you're going to get scammed briefly again as I switch back. Joyo at the ceiling. It says 125, but it's 250. I actually say 125 in 2 places. So I'm scamming myself by not hyping up the match to the maximum amount. Demo from Atow. Let me type 250 in the title, and let me type 250 on the overlay underneath the time there. Atow. Kickoff win with 40 seconds left to go. Flick directly into Joyo. Joyo has a lot of space. Fakes the original pop and flick. Has to pre-flip back just to barely get the save. And now we'll follow behind the ball. Nope, he's going to decide to leave. Atow not going to go for an air dribble. Joyo was there to stop it. A lot of people are pre-jumping when air dribbles are that obvious in the ones game right now. Joyo not one of those guys to pre-jump though. He kept around. Can Joyo do it again? Some magic. He can threaten that musty setup now, and Atow kind of has to respect it, but he will dunk this one and make it a 5-5 overtime game number 1. Joyo pushing it through the center. Able to pick up the boost somehow. I do not know how he clipped that before Atow, but now he's got a great air dribble. Reset double. Joyo will take game number 1. Atow drops him the nice one. And Joyo off to a strong start. Trying to end Atow's run. Nobody has made it past Atow's level 3. Joyo trying to keep it that way. Game 2. Joyo off to a strong start. But Atow maybe gonna get a read on Joyo as the series goes on. Sure, Joyo maybe plays a little bit different than your average 1v1er, but the question is how much experience against him does Atow need before he's starting to figure him out? The maximum amount of money to win in the tournaments is, if you ask the graphic I made, $32 million. You just have to win 20 in a row. The reality is, I do not have $32 million. So, there is a secret limit that if they hit, I will stop them. If they try and double up again, I'll say, well, guess what? I don't have any more money, so you have to stop. And I'll pay out their prize. So far, we do not have to worry. We have available prize pool left still. Atow, air dribble bump. We'll make it 2-1. Delay kickoff from Atow. Joyo able to win it over the top, and now we'll take it into the corner. Atow elects to leave. He'd rather have 100 and defend. Joyo wave dash shot. Ooh, not quite in. He tried to force the issue too when he probably needed to give up on a play that wasn't quite going to be a goal. Atow's going to get a freebie because of it. Start selling shirtless pigs for more prize money. How much would you guys pay for that? Never say never, you know. Everybody's got their price. Joyo pogo on the landing, needs a clean half flip to be prepared to play some defense. Atow sees Joyo going in and out of the net, makes him very easy to read. Cuts it near post. A lot of lateral movements that Joyo's probably not going to be able to do by going in and out. Also is low, forcing him back down to the ground. Atow, huge chip out of his own corner. Reset, wave dash, 5-1. Atow's had enough. Joyo maybe stole game number 1. But he's trying to end it at that. I think there was a nice message earlier that you guys DSC'd, and I didn't get to see it. Joyo's gonna get a second goal. See if I can scroll back and see the original nice message. Hey Feer, just wanted to hop in and give you kudos for the commentary lately. Like, I feel like you've really upped your game, and it's awesome to see your progress. Thank you for everything. Yo! Thank you, Alienator. Joyo staying aggressive, getting a pre-flip resets. Got a bump on Atow, but that's not going to be enough to slow him down. That one must have cost a lot. Joyo relentless off the kickoff. Down 4 halfway through the game. Gonna have to see if he can find a way to work his way back. Wants a ground demo. Got a bump. No way. Going for another one. He'd have to have hit Atow like 3 or maybe 4 times in a row to have that slow rolling ball actually make its way in by playing bump keep away. Atow tried the quick landing power slide wave dash to get back up to the ball. Wasn't speedy enough. Joyo reset. Does he have enough boost to stay with this? I don't think he does. Does prevent Atow from scoring at least. Joyo flying back to the ball. No follow-up. Atow wants a pinch. Doesn't get it. No boost respawn on the first pass through. So Joyo will take another one through. Atow straight dunk. It's in the net. Off the ceiling. 7-2. Atow with a front flip wave dash. And then challenges. Joyo. Musty. Off the back wall. That seems to be his secret weapon. I mean, I mentioned it before when Joyo was playing. I mean, his control and pace and power with the musties is just unlike anybody else who plays in these matches. And so it seems good enough that I would encourage him to go to it as much as he can, because it's an advantage he has. Even though these guys have all seen that before, they maybe haven't seen it at the level of consistency that Joyo has it. What is he doing here? He gets a demo, and that is essential to not get scored on, because he put the ball too high. Now pass it to himself off the ceiling. Atow's already there. He pre-jumped it, and he was at ceiling heights. Joyo needs this next touch of the ball to be one that puts it straight in the net, and then 3 straight kickoffs, which isn't quite that, but it's pretty close. How are his kickoffs if he does not want Atow to equalize the series? Kickoff win. Does have to rush it to net. Pre-flipping and couldn't get the next flip quick enough before Atow could read the situation, dive, and challenge. Atow just freestyling here at the end. Little demo. What's he got in store for us at 0 seconds? Trying to get a musty of his own. Joyo gets to make it look a little bit closer with a 180 backflip flick. But Atow wins all the same. And we're tied 1-1 in the series. Game 3. Joyo gets first possession, but isn't able to make much out of it. Got a demo here. That ball's not on target. So he will head to the back corner, snakes around before headed to the ceiling. Oh my goodness, what is this shot? This is what I'm talking about. You can't game plan for this. I think it's going to be okay for Atow, but certainly did not know what he was looking at until the ball was separated enough from Joyo to make his play. Atow keeping that ball come on like he always does. On his dribbles. Sees Joyo in his sights and now staring him down, giving him the look back as he beat him and has a wide open net. Oh my goodness, delay kickoff has never worked so well. Joyo saw it and tried to adjust, it would seem, but he still single jump and wave dashed it directly into him. Early jump, wave dash kickoff from Joyo. We see Nush doing that a bunch, but Joyo seems to like it as well. He's only barely going to go over a minute without scoring. Gets his first on the board as he tries not to let this one get too far out of hand early. Atow pushing this one into Joyo's corner. Wanted to pass to himself off the ceiling. Joyo dodges. Can he score this? He wants a bump. Did not get it, and he went all in. Landing is extra awkward, but he will make it back in time. Atow not able to counter as efficiently as he maybe would have liked to. Joyo is out ahead, but with no boost. He's going to get undercuts. Atow just passed Joyo the ball. He bangs it, and Atow actually kept it around. Joyo looking awkward. Couldn't collect the dribble. These guys are just staring at the ball at each other, right next to each other. Joyo, nice 50. 36 boost should... Ah, never mind. Not able to get a meaningful shot. Yes, he put one on target, but Atow had easily recovered in time. Atow catching Joyo, picking up boost, and a long shot will extend the lead even more. Delayed kickoff from Joyo. Man, he got so speedy back out to the ball. Watching it from Atow POV, I understand why he did not expect him back there. Joyo gets a second goal. Joyo 50. Pinching this one into Atow's corner. Maybe wanted the demo here. Does pop the ball up. Wanted the bump for sure. And I think might have gotten it. Just not with the kind of power he would need to make anything out of it. Joyo throws one to the net. Then Atow's able to recover and save. Now to the skies. Takes it by Atow. Joyo reset. Hasn't been able to get the outplay necessary. Still within range here in this game number 3. Even though Atow has been leading and controlling. Joyo backflip to dodge Atow. Follow-up bump. He just keeps throwing these shots that Atow is ready for. I don't know if it's because Joyo feels like it's his last option as he approaches low boost. But he's shooting from far out with a well-recovered defender. Atow has a reset and tried to fake it, but Joyo managed to get down. Zap dash into the corner. Has 33 boost. Because Atow was shadowing close, he decides to try and flick over the top of him. Does get a boost steal. Has to use a lot of that just to recover here. Atow didn't have the power. So Joyo's not just trying to save. He's trying to make sure he sets up a counterattack. Pinch into the corner. This is an important opportunity for Joyo. He wins a 50 down. Is it going to bounce in for free? It will. Joyo hitting that means it's very likely he could equalize in the last 51 seconds. Just needs a strong kickoff. Joyo does get that kickoff into Atow's half and a boost steal. Atow flicking. Joyo did not get that out of dangerous way. Now we'll have to make another save. That could have been a situation favoring him. Now he's going to have to defend. Atow went to the ceiling. Good dunk. Joyo will survive and get the boost. 25 seconds to work with. That side flip flick just teased the ball up for Atow. Joyo going to die, and that's probably the end of the game. Atow actually chipped this. Okay, now he's playing keep away. I was surprised he even chipped it upfield. He could have taken it to the back corner and baited Joyo in. He's going to fake like he's going to start a setup on the side wall and take this back. Wait, he might have passed it. No, Joyo had creeped in too far. Atow faking. Ooh, Joyo recognized just a little bit too late that he'd be faking it. And it does hit the ground. Atow up 2-1. Game number 4. Joyo into the back corner and tried to pop the ball up and look for a 50. He has attempted some 50s that he probably shouldn't go for, but oftentimes those situations are forced by a previous mistake, or at least what Joyo believes to be forced. Joyo faking the musty setup. Atow returns back down to the ground. Joyo doing this dribble without ball cam, unlike how Atow would do it. Curve dash recovery almost resulted in a demo. At least that's what he's trying to go for. Atow backing off. Awkward landing made up for quite quickly. Air dribble bump. Atow makes the save. Fake. Joyo maybe could have shot, but decided to hold on to it as both a fake and to keep his flip. And a nice counter by Atow. Great placements. Atow half flip on the setup to try and set up a hook shot. Ooh, was looking for a bump there that would have secured a goal. Didn't get it. Interesting wave dash to play aggressive and maybe look for a demo. That is powerful enough that a near zero boost Joyo is not going to be able to save it. Joyo won the first game, but looks like it could be his last game. Atow chipping this around the delay. Had that red. and gets himself an easy goal. Joyo takes him a minute 20, but he does get on the board off the kickoff goal. Joyo. First touch reset pop. Shouldn't be able to get the angle, so he didn't shoot it. Atow low 50 as Joyo dove back into the play. Atow's trying for a goal line cut to slow it down. Atow seems to be in full control of this game, number 4. Joyo has yet to have any meaningful offense. His one goal came off a kickoff as Atow started this dribble from the back wall. Joyo, psycho? Why am I not surprised that he was easily able to launch it? Atow wants a psycho as well. Joyo will end the cycle. Atow to the ceiling. Joyo with boost advantage. Has to use a lot of that just to get back to the ball. And ultimately will lose set advantage fairly quickly. Atow faking multiple times. Joyo's just waiting it out on the ground. And he eventually does get the save. Great patience from Joyo, and a counterattack goal will be his second. Joyo has switched off of the Joyo Hey. Last couple times he's been zoomed in on at land, he did a like flex move, I'm pretty sure. Atow punishing a lot of these retreating 50s from Joyo that have not been as safe as they need to be. In this case, not even really a 50. He just got that ball glued off the wall, or the ball that was glued on the wall. He got it off for Atow and allowed him to quickly score. Joyo freestyling his way down the field. But the finish, so much more important than the setup. Joyo pancaking on the ceiling. Ground double, another reset. Musty. It's a full-on freestyle fest. Problem is, he needs 200 boosts in order to boost back out and then go shoot it. Atow not bringing the ball over to him. With a minute 11 left to go. He's just going to hold on to it and try and end out the game. Can Joyo bring this back? Surely the question is how many resets he wants to do it. And I think we saw 4. I think that was 4 to get that shot. Joyo was flying in towards the net because he thought a hook shot was coming. When he recognized there wasn't, he started to turn towards the ball, but got faked again. Atow, though, leaves the play either way. That flick is strong, but probably not going to cut it. Atow able to make the save and position well enough that there is no follow-up. It is a victory lap now for Mr. Atow, trying some turtle weirdness. Joyo gets to try and put on a clip in the last 15 seconds. He will backflip into reset. Maybe was hoping pogo or something. He'll take his freebie when offered. I guess it could take about 2 seconds to get a goal. I think if Atow didn't go to the kickoff and he just let Joyo chip it straight at the net 3 times, then Joyo could tie it up and could go OT. He says OT, but just a little bit too late. GG's! Feer make OT? It's OT! By some miracle, Joyo gets extra goals. On 100 boost, you can psycho? Alright, let's see it. Wait, what is he? What's the plan? You're gonna pogo psycho? Alright, switch to Atow POV. Ooh, not it, not it. Joyo's opportunity to set it up. Looks like they want a musty flick. Psycho into double psycho, which they did basically on accident. Oh, miss. No dice. Atow's turn to start it. Ceiling reset. This one's a high setup. Flick. Ah, he's too high. Too high above the ball. Is he going to try it again? No, he's going to let Joyo take it away. Ceiling reset. Like this setup. I like this setup. Ooh, missed it. The OMG from Atow. That felt like a beautiful setup. Atow. Oh, he's gonna accidentally score it. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness he almost ended the psycho attempts. Joyo got to do it with 95. 100 boost did not respawn. Looks like psychos are harder than you think. if you see them in a RLCS game or a ranked game, wherever you see them, clearly they're not easy. Pogo? Joyo's landing two straight on. You got a corner to Pogo. How will this OT end? The sweatiest OT we've ever watched. Joyo. Okay, here we go. This is a potential start. Oh my goodness, dude. Just getting scammed. Just getting absolutely scammed. The setup looks so good. Joyo's definitely more consistent with starting the setup. Atow, he can't seem to get underneath it to actually get the flick started. So it seems like Joyo should be the starter. If we were to metagame this, it seems like clearly Joyo should be just trying to be the first one to hit every time. And Atow be the finisher. All right, what's Joyo got in store now? Are we still? It seems like maybe we've given up on the Psycho Dream. Looking for the butt pinch. This is what Diamond 3 games look like? No, this is way too mechanical. All right, GG's. Does Joyo want to hit it in, or does he want to have me end it? I'll take his goals back away. Can I get win? Ooh, tough. I returned it. 2-2? But I don't get it. Atow said he had to go. He can't even play you anymore. Okay, he has an idea. We're listening. Yo, double! Ooh, Jorius is current RNG. So close to being Vatira. All right.